Good evening, children. Welcome to AIMS India live session. Biology. What is science? Let us briefly recapitulate what we have learned in the previous class. We learned about some of the important skills: reading, writing, measuring. So here, scientists use reading, writing, and numbers in their work, scientific work. So different types of reading, different types of writing, and different types of measuring we have studied. Read to know the meaning of science vocabulary. So whenever you are reading, you have to underline the important vocabulary or words which are new and try to find the meaning by referring glossary. If not dictionary, you have to verify. The next, check your understanding of what you have read and summarize what you have read. It is also one of the important strategies of reading. Okay, read to know the meaning of science vocabulary, check your understanding of what you have read, and summarize what you have read. Next, writing strategies. Write about what you learned in your research and investigations to help others understand the work you have done. Okay, so you have to write about what you have learned in your research and investigations to help others understand the work you have done. Unless and until you write, you cannot remember exactly what you have done. So representation is very, very important. Next, measurement. Make accurate measurements of your gathered data and utilize the opportunities to work like a scientist. Okay. Reading, writing, and measuring. Quality of reading, writing, and measuring you need to develop. It will happen only when you initiate or when you involve in your laboratory, school laboratory. You have to involve with the work allotted by the teacher. Okay, children, let us proceed to today's class, in which we are going to learn about safety in science and also about the, once again, scientific method, how to follow up the scientific method. Safety in science. Doing investigation in science can be fun. Do you accept it? Definitely. You will enjoy working in the laboratory. You enjoy doing practicals. Am I correct, children? Yes. But you need to be sure you do them safely. You do them safely. So here are some rules we are going to discuss today. First one, think ahead. Think ahead. Be sure you understand any safety symbols that are shown. So on chemicals also, they will symbolize some warnings. So that you have to follow. Think ahead. So be sure you understand any safety symbol that are shown. Okay, ask your teacher to know. If you have any doubt, you have to ask your teacher. Study the steps of the investigation so you know what to expect. And if any doubt, you can ask your concerned teacher. Next, be neat. Keep your work area clean. Definitely. If you have, for example, if you have long hairs, pull it back so it does not get in the way. Okay, so that is very important. Either roll or push up long sleeves. Sometimes you will wear full shirts like that. So you can roll or push up to keep them away from your experiment. Okay, don't be careless. So that's why you always at the time of experimentation you need to follow some safety rules. Next, if you should spill or break something or get cut, immediately tell your teacher. It is don't run away. You have to say frankly, accept. If any mistake happened, immediately you have to inform the teacher so that the problem may not extend. Watch your eyes. Eyes are most important organs. So wear safety goggles anytime you are directed to do so. So if you get anything fall in your eyes, immediately what you have to do? Tell your teacher immediately. Don't hide anything. Watch your eyes. Take care of your eyes at the time of experiments. Next, yolk. It is one of the important safety rule. Never eat or drink anything during a science activity. You are not supposed to eat or drink anything during a laboratory work or science activity unless you are told to so by your teacher. If any break is there, then after taking permission from the teacher, you can have it. Next, protect yourself from shocks. It is a most important safety rule. Be careful while handling electrical appliances. While using electrical appliances, you need to turn off. Be sure that electric appliances or electric cords are in a safe place where you can't trip over them. Okay? So you have to check. Okay? Your teacher definitely check it, but personally you need to check. Don't ever pull a plug. That is very important. Or pull a plug directly from the outlet by pulling on the cord. You should not directly pull the plug. Switch off or break the circuit, then you can take it out. Okay. So and the last one is always clean up when you have finished the work. Okay. If the duration some 40 minutes time over, don't be in hurry. Don't keep everything like that only and run away. So you need to clean. Always clean up when you have finished. So here lab safety. So don't touch the animals. If any specimens are there, okay, don't touch without the permission. Then wear safety goggles like this and wear lab coat if it is available. Apron we can call it as, and wear gloves when necessary when you are handling any chemicals. Then don't eat at your workstation. So you then clean up your workspace. Always clean up. Okay. So this is the some in some schools laboratory they will keep the safety labels also on the walls. So you need to follow. Okay. So don't be disciplined in the lab. Then only you can do the experiment successfully. You can concentrate on the experiment if you follow the safety rules. Okay, children, let us proceed to inventions and discoveries. See, inventions and discoveries. Invention means which is newly. newly invented. Discoveries means which is already there. So they are proving that. So the secret of inventions and discoveries only lies in identifying the problem. This is the first and the basic. Okay. The invention, the root of invention is identifying the problem. Okay. Identifying the solution for the problem leads to inventions and discoveries. The earth revolves around the sun even before the discovery of heliocentric theory by Copernicus. As we all know that earth revolves around the sun. Who proposed that? Copernicus. That is heliocentric theory proposed by Copernicus. But even before him also, the earth is revolving around the sun. Okay, that is called discovery. Discovery means which is already there. Okay, to know that, to prove that. Next, the thing used to fell down on earth even before Newton's investigations. Okay, you know very well, Sir Isaac Newton is a popular or famous scientist who proposed the laws of motion and laws of gravity. Okay, and so many. So previous in the old age, okay, ancient time, all the scientists were multi-talented. In order to do the scientific work, one should have the knowledge of different subjects. Okay, different subjects. That's the reason why children, you have the opportunity because you are having the knowledge of different subjects like social studies, along with that physics, chemistry, mathematics. Okay, along with biology, you are having all these subjects knowledge. So it is easy to follow the instructions, work like the junior scientists. Okay. So in the ancient time, most of the scientists were multi-talented. Okay. They proposed different laws, not even one subject. So different subjects also they introduced. So here the things used to fell down on earth even before the Newton's investigation, and the earth revolves around the sun before the discovery of heliocentric theory by Copernicus. These two are discoveries. Okay, so which are already there but discovered by these scientists. That's why it is called necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, necessity is the mother of invention. Not only that, the meaning behind, there were many people thought beyond the common man and identifying the problem. So we are the common people, but the scientists they think differently and they involve in inventions and discoveries. Okay, there is a sequential order in discovering things. It is not directly come out. Okay, it involves a lot of effort. It involves a lot of research. It involves a lot of experimentation. Okay, so during which they may fail in few attempts, trial and error in the beginning. Then they rectify the mistakes. They learn from the mistakes. Scientists are the people who learn from the mistakes and they rectify the problem and finally succeed in their achievements, succeed in their goals. Okay. So, you know, when people needed to mean, for example, you can take traveling. In ancient times, people used to walk. Later, they start using bullock carts. Then some two-wheelers. Then three-wheelers. Then four-wheelers. Road transport. Then aeroplanes. So like that, necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, let us discuss about some inventions and discoveries. Some scientists, for example, aeroplane. Who discovered aeroplane? Aeroplane, Wright brothers. Okay. Atomic theory. Who proposed atomic theory? John Dalton. Okay. Then atomic number. Who introduced atomic number? Moseley. Blood circulation. The physiology of blood circulation. Blood circulation was invented by, was discovered by, because blood circulation already there. The process is taking place. It was discovered by William Harvey. Bicycle or bicycle. It was invented by, because new one it is. It is not there. It was invented by Macmillan. Isn't it, children? So try to understand the difference between invention and discovery. Then computer. Computer was invented by, it was not there. It has come out from the brain of a person. Who is that invented the computer? Charles Babbage. In 1822, he invented the computer. Now these generations of computers are coming, supercomputers. Okay, so science knowledge is not stagnant. It is always updating. So being the students, you need to update your knowledge by reading different books related to the inventions and discoveries. Learn the stories of the scientists. If time allows you, you can, okay, routinely reading textbook. Somewhat references you have to prefer. Okay. Next, and some more cinema projector, for example. Cinema projector, it was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. Crescograph, the instrument which is used to study the plants, okay, life in plants, was invented by J.C. Bose, Jagadish Chandra Bose. He used the instrument crescograph. Dynamo. Dynamo was invented by Michael Faraday. Then dynamite, Alfred Nobel. Okay. So many scientists. Discovery of solar system, Copernicus. Okay, in 1540, the 15th century. Next, discovery of specific gravity, Archimedes principle. Archimedes introduced the specific gravity. Then electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. Okay. Electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. Hydrogen, the element hydrogen was discovered by Cavendish. Then lift or elevator, it was discovered by Otis, the scientist. So it was invented by lift. The next, law of electrolysis, Michael Faraday. Okay. Rabies, hydrophobia, the disease, Louis Pasteur. Vaccination was introduced by Edward Jenner. So the efforts of scientists made life easy, isn't it? We are enjoying all these comforts because of the efforts of scientists. So respect the scientists. Okay, they bring a very good name to the nations also. Okay, Indian scientists, about Indian scientists, yes. About the different global scientists. So refer different materials and know about the inventions and discoveries. Okay, children, let us proceed. Sequential order for investigation. This is the last part of the lesson. Sequential order for investigation. You need to follow this sequence. The first one, identifying problem. Identifying problem. Identify any problems from your surroundings. You can take any problem, okay, and start your investigation. That is the first one. Next, making hypothesis. The second step is making hypothesis. List out different solutions which you think for identifying the problem. So you need to think in different angles to identify the problem. What is the problem? First you have to identify. Then what is the solution for that problem in different angles? You need to approach different people. You need to refer different books. Okay. So try to find the solution. Next, collect information. In the process of making hypothesis, you will collect the information. Collect material, apparatus, information, different persons. Okay. So whatever work you are doing, everything you have to put it on the paper. Next, data analysis. Again, that information you have to analyze. So this data analysis only what you are using? Different types of graphs, different types of charts, models. Okay. Data analysis. Arrange the collected data or information to conduct an experiment. Okay. So like this, under the supervision of the lecturer or the teacher, here the children are doing the experiment. So the different equipments they are using. Okay, they will follow what is the aim of the experiment, then what are the apparatus required, then what is the procedure to be followed, then getting the result. So here they are seeing microscope. Here in the chemistry experiment they are doing. Here they are observing the slide under the microscope. So you need to strictly follow the rules and the instructions given by your subject teachers in the laboratory. Okay, children. Next, sequential order, experimentation. So what we have completed till now: identifying the problem, making hypothesis, then collecting information and data analyzing. Now come to experimentation. To prove selecting hypothesis, you need to conduct an experiment. Okay. So during experiment, you have to observe how the experiment proceeds. Next, result analysis. Analyzing the result to find out the solution for the problem. Okay. After experimentation, you will get the result. You have to analyze that result, whether your experiment is successful or not. If it is not successful, you need to change the hypothesis. You need to make some corrections. So analyzing the result to find out the solution for the problem. Next, generalization. Based on the results, you need to make generalization. Based on the experiment and its result, explain the solution for the problem. So you will predict some results. So if your prediction is correct, your experiment is successful. So based on that results, you need to generalize the hypothesis. Okay? And this is the way to find out solutions for the problem in a scientific way. Any problem you can take in your day-to-day life also. Okay? You can choose a question or a problem and proceed this method. Definitely you will get the result. Okay. So you may also select such problems, whatever may be the problem, and find out your own solutions. So a sequential order for investigation involves how many steps? 6 steps are there. What are they? Identifying the problem, making hypothesis, then collecting information, then data analysis, then experimentation, result analysis. These are the 7 steps. Final one is generalization. Okay. So this is what is science lesson. Okay. So children, as we are going to write a quiz or an exam on Sunday, we need to revise. You need to read the lesson or recollect the your lesson either by watching recorded videos in the Aims Today YouTube channel or referring textbook. So most of your friends are eagerly waiting for Sunday to write the exam. So a little practice today. What is science? Quiz number 5. From the past 4 days we are attempting a quiz. So children, be ready to answer today's question, today's quiz. When you are mixing or heating up the chemicals, always wear report to teacher, run, hide, leave. So here the question and options are wrong. Here when any accident or anything occur, you should always report the teacher. This is the question. When you are mixing or heating up the chemicals, always wear. Come on. When you are in the laboratory, mixing or heating up the chemicals, always wear glove, goggles, jogging shoe, both glove and goggles. These goggles are for protection of eyes, gloves, protection of hands. So what is the answer, children? Yes, D is the correct answer. You need to wear gloves and goggles when you are dealing with especially chemicals. Next, science experiments are really interesting and you may have fun, but if you are not careful, it can be exciting, normal, same, or dangerous. What happens if you are not careful? Then definitely it will lead to danger, dangerous. Okay, so you must be very careful when you are handling science experiment. You are doing the experiment in the laboratory. If a chemical get into your mouth, you should spit it out, rinse your mouth, visit a doctor, all of them. What do you have to do? Definitely, you have to spit it out, rinse your mouth, and visit a doctor. All these things you have to do. Or if anything fell accidentally in your eyes also, first you have to report the teacher, immediately you have to clean your eyes, then you have to visit a doctor. The typical common apparatus used for heating is stove, Bunsen burner, lantern, woods. Okay, in the laboratory, generally we will use spirit lamp, or it is also called Bunsen burner. Next, the extension of inference is called extension of inference. Inference means conclusion. Is called observation, conclusions, analysis. What is a hypothesis? What is your answer? Hypothesis. Good. Next, observation, apparatus, handling, comparisons, classification, communication, inferring, hypothesis, and analyzing are all Processes, skills, personal trait, both A and B, processes and skills. What is your answer? Because here different terms are given. Observation, apparatus, handling, comparisons, classification, communication, inferring, hypothesis, and analyzing. These are all skills. These are all skills. An uncertain explanation for any observation which can be verified by investigation is called observation, conclusions, analysis, hypothesis. Uncertain explanation for any observation which can be verified by investigation is called what? Hypothesis. D. Next question. Careful and accurate observation using sensory organs is usually done by good observers. What do you call them? Who are they? Scientist, a dentist, an artist, or priest. Here, careful and accurate observation using sensory organs is usually done by good observers. Who are they? You are right. The answer is scientist. He is or she is a scientist. Next, Sir Isaac Newton is a very famous scientist who gave law of gravity, law of motion, matter theory, or all of them. The very famous scientist, Sir Isaac Newton. And you know very well, children, those who are working for these scientific researches, they will get Nobel Prizes. Yeah. The great honor the nation with. Okay, they will honor these scientists with the prestigious Nobel Prizes. Okay. Yes, here the answer is all of them. Sir Isaac Newton proposed the law of gravity, the law of motion, Newton's laws of motions, Newton's law of gravitation. Okay, matter theory. He also proposed. Okay, some clues and some related to this matter theory also. He involved, or his observations were included. Okay, all of the above. D. Thomas Edison invented light bulb, phonograph, motion picture apparatus, and many things. Even he's having one okay, even being blind, deaf, dumb, sick. Thomas Edison invented so many things: light bulb, phonograph, motion picture apparatus, and many things. Even being some defect, is having physical defect, but his brain is wonderful, super. Okay. The physical defects won't care. A scientist won't care his physical defects. So he's actually deaf. Okay, he didn't hear properly. But he failed many times in the invention of electric bulb. But his determination was very strong. He's determined to invent the light. He showed light to the world by inventing electric bulb. So strong will and determination will subside the defects. So he is deaf, his ears were weak, but the remaining senses, his eyes, his touch, okay, his brain thinking, okay, was very excellent. Okay. He learned from his mistakes and he rectified the mistakes and finally succeeded in the invention. Say salute to Thomas Edison. Let us proceed to the next question. Astronomy includes the study of stars, planets, moons, and space, Earth, global warming, all of them. Astronomy is a subject, includes the study of stars, planets, moons. We know that. And along with that, yes, it is space. Okay. For your safety in a laboratory, you should always adhere to safety rules, chemicals, compounds, apparatus. Adhere means the meaning. You need to follow, you need to touch, you need to be with. Okay? What is the answer? Yes. You are right. Safety rules. So today's last question. Rabies is a deadly disease. Whose vaccine was made by? For the vaccine for rabies, Newton, Louis Pasteur, Marie Curie, Nelson Mandela. So rabies is a disease caused by the bite of dogs and related animals. It is a viral disease. So most of the viral disease can be controlled by taking vaccine. Vaccination. First, the vaccination was introduced by Edward Jenner. Okay. Who introduced the vaccination? Edward Jenner. But the vaccine for rabies was introduced by Louis Pasteur. B. Louis Pasteur. So this rabies is also called hydrophobia, fear of water. Yeah. So there is a vaccine for this rabies disease. It was invented by Louis Pasteur. Okay, children, prepare well. All the best for the day after tomorrow's exam. This Sunday. Prepare and get full result. 100 out of 100. Okay, 25 questions. Each question carry 4 marks. So another question is there. Invention of new products and solving problems by the application of science is known as technology, vaccine, coining, all of them. Invention of new products and solving the problem by the application of science is known as technology. A. Okay. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel. Press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.